Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the vlog. So, having an announcement, and I didn't want to jinx it by giving it away too early until I actually got the confirmation. So, I will be at the next DJI announcement release event happening on January 23rd. So, I'll be there live streaming, and if I'm not able to live stream, I'll be posting up updates as soon as I can from the event. I would like to thank a buddy of mine that I met at a drone flying event. His name is Nick Lang. He was in one of my previous videos about, I had a comparison about, I think I was flying the Mavic Pro. He was flying his DJI Inspire. It was my DJI Inspire video. I will put a link to that here. I'll also put a link to his website because he is an awesome videographer. He travels the country and he also teaches drones. He's an FAA Part 107 license holder. So please support Nick Lang if you can. And again, Nick Lang, thank you for giving me the opportunity to go to this event and have my first real, I guess, tech review opportunity for 2018. So that was the announcement that I wanted to give you. And then I want to kind of get into some other things. Just some things that I've been reading in some of my comments, or questions I've been reading in some of my comments that I haven't gotten back to. And it's about, and this is actually because of, I've seen, again, another guy, Juan's disappointment about what's currently going on in YouTube when it comes to monetization. And I'm sorry, my glasses have lint on them and my lights are making me squint because I can see little lint particles. But yeah, someone had asked, because I mentioned in one of my videos about, I said YouTube isn't the place to make money anymore. And someone mentioned, or asked in the comments, they said, give my opinion on that. It's not anything new, so I'll take it back and I'll try to keep this short, under 8 minutes. I'm into 2 right now. Months ago, when I first started, I guess I'm in a day late and a dollar short. I started in late November of 2016, and I vlogged all through 2017, and here we are in 2018. But when I came into it in 2017, there were a lot of big-time YouTubers. You know, you were Casey Neistat, your Phil DeFrancos, and they were going on about how YouTube was starting to pull away monetization from a lot of big channels. And at the time, it wasn't as bad as I think it is right now. And what sparked that is, you know, some of the things that are being put up on YouTube that were being monetized were, I guess, violating the YouTube's code of conduct. And one of the bigger things that kind of led to the really crackdown and restrictions on monetization is something that one of the most subscribed YouTubers ever, his name is PewDiePie, did. And he was probably one of the first YouTubers to kind of go out and push the limits on this, limits of freedom of speech, by doing a video that was anti-Semitic. PewDiePie, again, has millions and millions of subscribers. And I'm not kidding. He's probably the most subscribed YouTuber, most subscribed YouTuber out there. And when he did that, it shocked the world. He was on the news. He was on TV. He was on every social media or media outlet about what he did. And there was backlash because of it. If it were not for the media and PewDiePie being so famous, you probably wouldn't have heard about it. But because PewDiePie was so famous on YouTube, the media got hold of it. And like you know, everything that happens in the media is spun or taken a certain way. But advertisement at that point in time said, hey, we are not going to back this guy if he's going to do YouTube videos like this, right? So PewDiePie, with millions of subscribers and probably ads that were grossing millions of dollars, lost a lot of his monetization because the advertiser said, we're not advertising on his channel, or we don't want to advertise on his channel. He was able to keep his main channel, his free channel was, I think, it was locked down for a while. I don't know if he actually got it back, but he was able to keep his YouTube Red channel, which is like sort of a paid subscription. So the rules are a little bit more relaxed on YouTube Red. You can do different content because people are paying for that, versus a free channel where a kid can go on and just look up your content and see it for free. PewDiePie lost a lot of his monetization on his free channel. He also had an endorsement deal through Disney, which Disney pulled away from. So PewDiePie lost a lot of money, and YouTube lost a lot of money on a decision that he made to make one of the probably the most shocking videos that he could think of at the time. And that kind of spiraled into more bigger things. And here we are in 2018. In 2018, yeah, YouTube has introduced new algorithms. Every time I post a video, currently today, if I post a video that says bunnies, kittens, and puppies, loving and friends, it will go from monetize, which I have my settings set up to your video is not advertiser friendly or something like that. It will say something about your video not being able to be monetized because it is not advertiser friendly or advertiser worthy or something like that. I can't remember the exact verbiage of it, but then I have to go in and I have to click this button that says please have a live review. So that means somebody has to look at my video and say, oh, okay, it's not that bad. Yeah, we can monetize this. That happens every time I post a video. And for small time YouTubers, it's probably nothing because I've only got a couple, I don't know, what am I, 5,000 subs? And probably out of those 5,000 subs, if for a good video, yeah, I will make more than 2,000 views. And 2,000 views may get me $1 or two, depending on if they click on the links or not. But for a big time YouTuber who has millions and millions of subscribers, until they review that video, he's lost every dollar, penny, or cent that is gained until they do that review. So when I click the review button, sometimes it happens automatically, sometimes it happens over a couple of days. And like I said, for a small-time YouTuber, I haven't even reached 1,000 views yet, so I'm only making cents, but it's cents that I haven't made because they haven't monetized it. So the algorithm right now is causing a lot of controversy in YouTube's community, because when it comes to it, YouTube, the community, the guys like us, like Juan, are the people who are making it possible for you to get advertisement. So with that said, yeah, you can't really make a lot of money on YouTube anymore when it comes to Google AdSense and monetization. They are really tightening the purse strings on what they monetize, and I also have a gun channel. I have a gun channel, Big Wall Shooting. Gun channels and things that they consider controversial are almost not monetized at all. I have to be very careful about what I say on my gun channel. There are a lot of gun channel guys that, you know, have never done anything negative, as in like taught you how to kill people or showed you something, you know, disgusting or gross. But again, we all take a hit on it because guns are controversial, and advertisers may not want to advertise on a gun channel. So when you do this, I'm just going to give you this because I'm into 7 minutes. When you do these YouTube videos, you're doing them to be I guess, do something that you love to do. It's not, when you come to YouTube, you're not doing it to try to make money. But you've missed that part of YouTube. You are here now because you love making YouTube videos, you love making content, and you want to be seen by the world. And if money comes from that, it's a bonus. So you have to keep that in mind when you make your YouTube videos. Are you doing it for money, or are you doing it for yourself? If you're doing it for money, you will be miserable because you won't make the money. If you're doing it for self, you'll have the best time ever. And I enjoy making YouTube videos. Now with that said, YouTube AdSense or Google AdSense is not the only source of monetization. I pointed this out to Juan, and I'll point out to other. There are other sources of monetization out there. If you Google how to monetize without YouTube, it will tell you there are several other monetization sources that will allow you to monetize. You have to be careful before you join one of them. I almost joined Freedom, and Freedom is almost like having an agent or a contract agent or somebody who handles your account like an agent. And they get a 40% cut of your advertisement. That's one reason why I didn't want to join them, because I'm a small YouTuber and I want more than 60% of my monetization. 25, you know, something like that, we could talk. But 40, no. Also with Freedom, after doing my research, I realized that any video that you create using any of their sources, like if you use any of their backgrounds or backdrops or their free music, is now their property. And if you post it anywhere else, they will trademark strike you. So you have to be very careful when you use these companies because they own your content after you create it. You don't need it to be famous on YouTube. You don't need it to make a lot of money on YouTube, to make a lot of money from videos that you post to YouTube. You just have to find some way to monetize other than using Google AdSense. And ways that you do that is, and that will transition me into my next point. You can use things like Patreon. Patreon is something that, hey, if you like my videos or you like my content and you want to support my channel, because I'm just going to use myself as an example, I can't go out and buy all of the tech that I want to buy because YouTube isn't paying me the money that I thought I would be able to make to go out and buy the drones and the phones and the gadgetry to actually do the reviews. So you have a Patreon out there. You can subscribe to a Patreon, and anybody who wants to support, you can pay small amounts to your Patreon, and that's the way to kind of subsidize your YouTube channel. You could also do things like through Patreon or through other methods. You can do things like, and this is my next step, you can do things like set up courses. So if you want to do online courses, teach somebody how to play a guitar, teach someone how to do something that they don't know how to do. I have done several free, I guess, they're sort of set up like courses, but they were free videos where I'm saying, hey, this is a tutorial on how to do this. In the future, and again, I'll I'll just give you the reason why I'm doing this is because there is no money in YouTube, and I want to keep the channel successful. I have started a Patreon, but I've never asked you guys, hey, go send me money. My Patreon link is usually in my comments. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to branch out and actually make some money to subsidize my channel by doing tutorials. On my last couple of tutorials on popular products, they have I don't want to say 100,000. They got 30,000, 20,000 reviews. If I can get a quarter or 50 cents for each one of those reviews, that's money that I can take to go out and buy the next gadget that I want to do a review on, or I want to do a tutorial on. So just giving you some insight on where my channel's going. Again, I'm never asking you for any money. I do have a Patreon. It is in my Patreon. It's in my link, and that Patreon will be used for when I start tutorials on the next product. Like I plan on doing a full-length tutorial on how to actually fly a drone. I'm going to do a full-length tutorial on how to use a camera or something like that. I'm going to do full-length tutorials, and for 25, 50 cents, you go over to my Patreon, and that's another reason Patreon is set up, is so you can create, I guess, subscriber or loyal subscriber content specifically for those subscribers. So you got your YouTube to kind of do the free stuff, and then Patreon if you want to see that behind the scenes stuff. You go over Patreon and you pay like 50. I mean, I'm going to charge like 50 cents, something low. I don't want to, be greedy about it. So anyway, guys, I am now into 11 minutes. Sorry for going on and on and on. That is just my update. I will be at DJI's new release event. I'm anxious to see what's coming out. I know a lot of people are thinking Mavic 2, Mavic Pro 2, or Mavic Pro Lite, or whatever they want to call it. Some people are thinking that their next release is going to be like a fixed wing thing. That little freaking piece of the picture of what they want to show you is very, very interesting. It doesn't look like a Mavic to me, so I'm very curious to see what it is. Please stay tuned on January 23rd. The event is at 10 a.m. I'm not sure when it's actually going to start, but I'm going to try to start live streaming from somewhere around 10 a.m. to the end of the event, and then after that, hopefully I can get some interviews and meet some, maybe bump elbows with Casey Neistat, Justine, some of the people who usually show up to these events. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the vlog. I will get back to you soon. Talk to you later. See you on the 23rd.